morning everyone, welcome to another one of Alan's Angling Adventures. It's Sunday the 12th of October, back up the river again today for what is going to be a perch session. We're after perch today, that's the main target species, but if we catch anything else in the process, that's absolutely brilliant. But perch is the main target. Time wise it's 10 to 11. Bait wise I've got, it's quite a cheap day's fishing today. I've basically got, and I've never done this before, I've got compost, garden compost here, mixed up with a little bit of ground bait that I had over from last time. And I'm going to cut up some worms in a minute, add them to that compost, and throw a few balls of that out, because I think that could, could work for the perch. And then I've also got with me some bread and a tin of sweet corn to use on a sleeper rod to put out, just in case there's a bream or a tench or anything else about down there. But that's the main target species today, perch, which I've never targeted before, so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. If I catch one perch, I should consider it a success, but hopefully we can get a few, but we'll see how it goes. We're back in the swim we fished the last time here at Betley. On the next one it'll be somewhere completely different on the river, but today we're in the same swim as we was before. Rod wise, I've got my usual fare, the 8-foot Omni feeder rod with the Shimano 2500 Fixed spool reel. This has got 4-pound line straight through. This is going to be targeting the perch, this rod. Now the other rod is my 10-foot Middy bomb-proof rod with 6-pound line straight through. Same sort of reel, same reel, Shimano RB2500, 6-pound line straight through. I forgot to say, size 12 on this rod, on the perch rod, link ledger, just two SSG shots on there. Size 12 hook on that one, barbless wide gate. And on this one, size 8, because you never know, actually there could be a chub about, so a bigger hook on that one. Right, that's the two rods. I've run through the bait, so we're going to be using worms on the hook for perch, and on the other one, on the sleeper rod, we're going to be using bread. But as I've got a tin of corn, if I see any signs of bubbles, fish feeding, I will open the tin of corn, but I'm not going to waste that unless I, unless I think it's worth using it. I think other than that, I think we're all ready to go. And I'll show you what the conditions are like in a minute. As I say, there's not a lot of wind about. It's coming from the northeast, coming straight down from left to right today. And there's a little bit of a chill in the air, but it's not too bad at all. So that's the plan anyway. I'm going to cut some worms up. I've got some dendrobinas and some lobworms. I've got a mixture of both. I say it's quite a cheap day's fishing this today, because I've got the worms from the compost heap, which didn't cost me a penny. Tin of sweet corn, which was £1.25, and the Warburton's bread, which is £1. So you can't grumble at that, can you? Right, let's get cracking then. I want to get a few balls of ground bait out there, and we'll see how this goes for a session today targeting. That's basically what I've got. I've chopped some bits of worms up and added them to the compost. Add a bit of ground bait to it just to bind it together a bit better, and we'll see how that goes. There we go. Well, that's what we've got anyway. As you can see, same swim as we fished before. Now we're going to put the perch rod out there by this sunken bush here, or this bush sticking out the water. I've ground baited around that area, around the outside of it. So I'm going to use the perch, put the perch rod out there, and the sleeper rod I'm going to put over there, and we'll see how it goes. Right, let's get cracking. Yes, as I say, Andrew's here now. He's going to be fishing for perch as well, so we're both targeting perch. But the interesting thing is we both got different tactics. I'm on link ledger with worms. Andrew's using the lure. So he's going to be fishing up by the bridge itself, but he's going to be moving around in various spots where we're just going to be sitting here in the one swim. With one or two swans coming down here now. Right, let's get started. So we're going to have worms on this one. Kick off with a couple of dendrobinas. One of them's come off. There we go. The tide's on its way out. That's not where I want it. That's not where I want it. I want it a bit closer to that bush. That's it. That's perfect. Just between the bush and the far bank. Oh God, I got bite straight away. Oh, blimey. Not expecting that. Christ. I did put the rod down. And the other one, stick a bit of bread flake on this. It wasn't on there, whatever it was. But we know we got fish there, which is good. There's always a chance of a chub or a bream or something here, so it's worth just sticking the other rod out as a sleeper rod. So we'll stick that one, this one, out the way a bit. Go. Now we're fishing with both rods. Worms on the left hand rod, targeting perch, and bread flake on the right hand rod for whatever, if anything else comes along. Where we're in. And it's the target species. Whoa! Oh, brilliant. Second cast. It's worked. brilliant. Blimey. Oh, a lovely river perch. Oh, I'm delighted with that. Second cast, right where I baited up by that bush there. That's to my left. Oh, great stuff. I'm over the moon with this, really am. Second cast of the session. There we go, a lovely river perch. Beautiful. So the tactics have paid off. I didn't expect them to pay off so early on. There's some fish rolling out there, or moving out there. Some ripples right out in front of me. Yeah, so we're off the mark with a perch. Brilliant. Let's see if we can pick up some more. We've got another bite on this, on the worm. Looks like it might have gone. I think it's gone. No, it ain't. I wonder what this is. It's another perch. And I'm using the landing net on these. Oh, this is brilliant. Christ almighty, I didn't think I'd be 2 in 2. 2 in 2 casts. Slightly bigger one as well. Oh, it's a nice perch. Again, it's taking the hook right down. There we go, mate. And the worm's intact. There we go, perch number 2. Guys, this is brilliant. It's great when you come to target a certain species. It's the first time I've done it, targeting perch, but I'm really enjoying it. Look at that, look. And on the river as well. These are river perch. It's even, it's even more rewarding. Great. It's definitely in that spot where I thought they might be. I thought that's the sort of spot that you might find perch. Any underwater obstructions, like when I fished at Chess Stream that time, they were all congregating under that log. Anything like that, and you quite often find perch. That's a bigger one than the first one. Right, let's see if we can pick up another one. Great. No keep net again today, don't need that. So yeah, let's soldier on. We're in again, this time it's only small. Oh, blimey, it's a gudgeon. Oh, brilliant. A little gudgeon. There we are, look. Great stuff, so 2 perch and a gudgeon. I'm really enjoying this at the moment. I'm getting bites on the bread flake as well, but not being able to take them at the moment. Not sure what they are, but well, we're in again here. Nothing too big. There's another perch. Blimey. Oh, this is beyond my wildest dreams, this is. I thought if I get 1, it would be brilliant. But to get 3, then you hit 3 in about 5 casts. Oh, it's a nice one as well. Another nice perch. Again, she's taking it right down again. Hold still, mate. Hold still. There we go. There we go. Right. Oh, this is great. Perch number 3. There we are. Great stuff. brilliant. I wonder if there's any bigger ones down there. You never know, do you? Great. Right. Let's carry on. And I'll put a bit more of that composty ground bait down there, I think, with a few more chopped worms just to keep it topped up. I just had another bite on the perch rod. Still there. I haven't had a bite for about 20 minutes now. The bites have died down a bit. I've just had one just now. That breeze has picked up. It's not particularly warm. Not sure if it's still there or not. The river's still on the low side. It is still on the low side, but it's fishable, you know, as you can see, you know, you can still catch fish. But it is on the low side. Yeah, just had my latest injection on Friday. And I'm also now on several different tablets as well. So it's all well, you know, it's well underway now, the treatment, you know. No radiotherapy yet, but I'm sure that's going to be coming. But they're going to be changing my medication that I'm having for my injections as well. I'll have to ask them why, because I don't know why. But the one I'm having, which I had Friday, that's the last time I'm having that one. They're going to change it to the one I had previously, which is called ProStrap. Which is the one I'm having at the moment, as I've told you before, is every 4 weeks. And the one I'm going to be having is going to be every 3 months, I believe. So nowhere near as regular, but as long as it's, you know, it's as, you know, works as well as the other one has. Well, I don't know whether the other one is working, but it's as I said to you before, my PSA had come down after my blood test, and I've got to go for another blood test on Monday. Another flow test on Wednesday, flu jab Wednesday as well. Oh Christ almighty, Jesus, for somebody that's never, you know, I've never been to the doctors or the hospital, never, you know, I was lucky enough never to have to go. Now, blimey, and the only tablets I ever had was paracetamol. But you know, it just shows you, don't it, you can never, you know, you just don't know what's round the corner really. But anyway, it's all underway, the treatment, so, and I feel absolutely fine, to be honest. It's just a few side effects now and again. That's a bite on the bread. That's a bite on the bread. Yeah, I feel absolutely fine. Yeah, that's a bite on the bread then. Snagged up. Oh, I just had a bite, a decent bite as well. I'm getting a couple of bites again now on the perch rod. Sweet corn on the other rod now. I'm probably going to have a bit of dinner in a minute. It's about 20 to 1 now. There's a bite there now. No. Oh, it's taken the tail of the worm. This is a big worm on this. It's a big lobworm this time. Bites as well. Well, nothing more to report at the moment. It's time wise it's about 10 to 1 now. Still on the 3 perch and the 1 gudgeon. Not really getting any bites at the moment, so I'm going to have my dinner now and I'll get back to you once I've had my dinner for the afternoon session. Well, I must say it has gone very quiet. After those perch I had in the first half hour, 45 minutes this morning, it's gone very quiet. The last hour and a half I've hardly had any bites at all. I haven't had any bites in the last hour and a half on either rod. I've just rebaited out there again now with some more balls of ground bait and worms and chopped worms. This is the way it goes, doesn't it? You know, it's never seem to be able to hold the bites down for a long period of time. Hopefully they'll be back again, but you know, at the moment there's no signs of any fish. I've just had my dinner. It's about sort of time as 1:20. Got stacks of time, and we're still on the 3 perch and the 1 gudgeon. As I say, my next session when I get out again will be on a different stretch. There's a bite. There's a bite. At last. No. Blow. Quite want a bad bite, that. Maybe I should have left it. That's the first bite I've had in quite some time. I say about an hour and a half. I should have left it. Maybe I should have left it up. No, it's still there. It's still there. Still there. Just in case it does materialise into something. Not bad bite. There, she's still there, look. Those bites I had this morning with the perch, they were more or less on there straight away. Well, no messing about, you know. That last bite didn't materialise into anything, but there's another one on there now. Some taps. They're still there. Doesn't look perchy to me though. I just had a word with Andrew. He's just popped up. He hasn't had anything, but he lost one. Wasn't sure what it was. But it was, he saw it roll, but he couldn't tell what it was. He's just gone now the other side of Betley Bridge, where I was fishing at the start of the season. He's gone that side of the bridge. Here, nothing happening at the moment. Bread flake on the right hand rod, worms on the left hand rod. It's amazing though, isn't it? You know, that The first 45 minutes this morning, well, not even that really, they all came in the first half hour. Since then I've probably had about 2 or 3 bites since then, but no more fish. Still we persevere, we've got plenty of time. The old sun keeps trying to poke through. Yeah, the old sun's definitely coming out now. Just warmed up a fraction. I had 1 or 2 more bites in the last 20 minutes. They were more like pulls rather than anything else. They didn't look like perch bites. And I will be having another perch session later on in the year, somewhere else, and I'll be. Oh, there's a bite. Oh, it looked like a bite anyway. I think I'm going to do a bit more of that, targeting certain species. It won't be long now before I start having some chub sessions as well. Some roving chub sessions. There's still a chance of a tench, I think, up here. You know, it's sort of, well, what are we, sort of coming up to mid-October? You might still get one. As I said on my last session, that, you know, Andrew's had several out from this swim in the summer months, in July, August, which was when I was missing out on it all really, but you can catch all the species up here, so it's a nice stretch of river to fish. And of course it's not easy, you know, with a car, because there's nowhere to park up here. There was a competition that was supposed to have taken place up here on this stretch last Sunday, but I believe it was changed to the Fork, simply because they couldn't get permission to park their cars on the Downs link behind me, where the footpath is. I'm into something here. Oh, I've lost it. Lost it. I just saw the. Jesus Christ. I'm not sure whether it was a bream or a big roach. Whatever it was a decent size. I saw it under. It was silver. It was quite big under the surface. Blast. Oh, Jesus Christ. If it was a roach, it was a big roach. I was just thinking about changing to a bit of bread flake on this left hand rod. I didn't see the bite, I just started reeling in, but it was, and there was a fish on there, but it was definitely a decent size. I clearly saw under the surface that it was silver, and it was you know, it was quite big, as something like that. If it was a roach, it was decent, but I don't know whether it was or not. Oh, bugger. A few bites on the right hand rod. Very tentative bites, but they are bites. I must say it's quite pleasant now with that sun out. The fishing has certainly become quite difficult since that first 45 minutes this morning. Still can't get over losing that fish earlier on. Flipping hell. Switch them. Yeah, look. Left hand rod. go. Looks a bit roachy to me. So it is on bread flake. I've switched to my phone again because of saving the camera on my, saving the battery and memory card on my camera. They're not positive bites, so not sure if it's still there or not. It's still there. They're tapping, taps. I'll have the phone's picking it up. It's still doing it. There we go, there we go. I'm gonna have to, right, I'm gonna, no. Oh dear. No. So I'm holding the phone in one hand and trying to take the bite in the other. What's the time? 2 minutes to 3. So we've got another couple of hours, 2.5 hours. But Jesus, it's tough going now. After what was such a good start. I'm so glad I got my target species early on, but I really thought I might have had a few more. The way it started off, you know. But it is a very, very pleasant afternoon. Yeah, the next one, I may well be back on the Wagler again on the next one. Not sure yet. It won't be on this particular stretch. It'll be somewhere else on the next one. I've got worms on the left hand rod and bread flake on the right. It does desperately need some rain though, there's no doubt about that. You know, as I say, it is on the low side, very much so. But you can still catch fish, you know, as I say. There's still fish about. That breeze that we had earlier on is virtually gone now. Well, I've been waiting ages and ages and ages for this. I did get a decent bite on the right hand rod just now, but couldn't connect with whatever it was. But I've just completely out of the blue got the fourth perch of the session, the smallest one as well. But it's most welcome because I've been waiting ages for this. There we are. They do look nice, the river perch. There we go. No monster, but it's a fish, and that's what counts. And it's the target species as well. There we go. Brilliant. Cool. For a minute, Andrew, I thought that was something decent size. The way the rod tip went. Right. Let's get back out there again. Now, beautiful mid-October's afternoon here on the River Raider on the Betley stretch. I've just been speaking to Andrew. He's just gone now. He just lost one fish early this morning further down by the bridge. Apart from that, he hasn't had nothing on the lures. In the last 20 minutes, while Andrew was sitting here with me, I had a cracking bite on the right hand rod. Wasn't on there, whatever it was, on bread flake. And so I just had that fourth perch on the left hand rod. As I said to you earlier, I'm going to do that a bit more often now on the rivers. Go for, choose a certain species and just concentrate on that one species. It can pay dividends, like today. So I'm not sure when I'm out again. I'm busy next week with hospitals and doctors and that next week. So I'm not sure when I'm out again. I might be able to fit a day in next week. I don't know. If not, it might be the week after. But as far as the weather's concerned, it's still no signs of any rain at all. No signs of any rain. I think it's dry for all next week, which is quite unbelievable, really. Again, because this is like fishing a still water. The only time there's any flow on this stretch of river now is when the tide starts coming in. That's the only flow you get. There's no natural flow to it at all. It's still nice to be on the river fishing because, as I say, there's always a chance. As you've seen today, I've caught the fish that I've set out to catch. Let's go back to putting some grains of corn on this right hand rod. See if there is any tench. Because the conditions have certainly changed now. I do sort of get the feeling that if there is a tench about, it's a bit more tenchified out there now, if you know what I mean. We've got 3 grains of sweet corn on the right hand rod, still worms on the left. Did a couple of taps on this right hand rod. I had a nice bite on it just now. I just went up to get something off my bike and I looked down and the rod tip was going, but it wasn't on there. So the bites aren't, they're not that regular at all, just getting one occasionally. being able to hook whatever it is. It's getting a little bit more chilly now. I've had to put my coat on. That wind's come back again. Still pleasant enough though, you know. It's about getting on for 4 now, so I'm going to have my tea about 4:30. Still hoping we can winkle something else out. It's at 4:30 now. Nothing to report. I've had a couple of bites, but nothing productive, I'm afraid. We've got about another hour left now. I'm going to stay here till 5:30. We'll pack up at 5:30. That'll be long enough. Trying to use all my worms up, because they're the, you know, that's the bait that I've had the bites on. I've had 1 or 2 bites on bread flake, nothing on corn at all. Well, at last, after all this time we're in, nothing major, nothing big, but it's a fish. And it's a roach. Blimey. First one of those today. And the first one on this rod. It's on worm. Oh, it's cold. It's a cold roach as well. There we are. Oh, keep still, fella. There we go. Oh, most welcome. Oh, there's a bite on the other rod now as well. Yes. Oh, this feels a bit better. Right. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's a jack. Bloody hell's bells. It's a jack. I've never caught one of them before. I've never caught a pike. Well, I never. Cool. Blimey. Oh well, it's all action now. Okay, let's get it unhooked. In fact, I think it is unhooked. Yeah, it is. Right, okay. I'll sort myself out and I'll show it to you. There we are, look, it's the first pike I've caught. A jack pike. Brilliant stuff. God, look at that, look. That's on worm, that is. So it's 4 perch, a gudgeon, a roach, and a jack pike. Magic stuff. There we go. Right, let's get him back. Right, there we go, mate. There we go. There we go. So you never know what's going to turn up on the river. That's why I love fishing it so much. All that time I've waited, all that time, and 2 fish come one after the other. Oh, brilliant. Right, okay, shall we get back out there again? Let's have a look at the time, shall we? Well, it's 10 to 5 now. I decided to call it a day with those last 2 fish. Temperatures are starting to drop now, and what's been a very good session, well, an interesting session, as far as the fish I've caught, because I targeted perch today and I had 3 within the first half an hour, 25 minutes of the session, plus a gudgeon. Then it went quiet for quite some time, but I did have the odd bite, and then I had the 4th perch mid-afternoon, which was the smallest of the 4. Again, another very quiet period of the session, again with a few bites, but I was unable to take them, and I ended up with a roach, as you've just seen, a roach and a jack pike on the last 2 casts, both to get, you know, both at the same time, or one after the other. So yeah, that was very interesting, that catching that jack. I've never caught a jack pike before, so that's the first one I've caught of that, so that's, you know, that's a first. So yeah, it's been a very interesting session today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it here at Betley, on the Betley stretch. So on to the next one. It might be next week, it might not. I've got to go to the hospital and the doctors next week. I've got various appointments next week. So if I can't fit a fishing session in next week, I'm hoping it'll be the week after. So fingers crossed, I'll be out either next week or the week after, and it won't be here, it'll be on another stretch of the river. I'm not sure yet whether it'll be on the float or the feeder or the link ledger, or what species I'm going to go for, I don't know, but it definitely won't be here, it'll be on another stretch of the river. So thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed fishing here today. Enjoy your own angling, definitely do that. Thank you for subscribing to my fishing channel. I'm on 581 subscribers now. I'm hoping to get on to 600 by the end of the year. Whether I will or not, I don't know, but it'd be great if I could. Yeah, thank you for subscribing, pressing the like button, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.